Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Start the meeting. Can I do roll call, please, on that?
Director Lisa Vincent, Councillor McDonald,
Present.
Councillor Legree,
Present.
Treasurer Mel Blinky,
Present.
and Vice Chair Lorraine Vincent.
Present.
We have quorum, Chair.
Thank you. All right, acknowledgement. As we gather, we would like to acknowledge on behalf of the downtown Renfrew BIA and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of their land, this land for the thousands of years. Any declaration of interest this morning? Thank you. Can I have an approval of the agenda for today? Lisa and Mel, thank you. I also have an approval of February 10th, 2025 minutes. Now, Lisa. So business arising from the February 10th, 2025 minutes is our welcome package.
So your welcome package is done. It's been going out to new members. Some new members have already been onboarded, so all the ones who brought me the rain are already up on the website, so they're complete. And you just need to let me know when you want it to go out to all the members, because I can send that out by email, the welcome package, or the member package.
Send it out
Ready to
now.
send it out? Okay.
Absolutely. Declarations, delegations, sorry, and announcements.
Through you, Chair. So Scott and Sons Hardware celebrated 100 years in business in downtown. Mental Care, who was located in the back of Ottawa Valley Coffee, is now on Argyle Street, 7 Argyle, which is beside Utrunky. So they've purchased that building and they have expanded their business. So we will be doing a ribbon cutting for them on the 26th of March, I believe. And Reset Renfrew opened on February 24th. We're going to be doing the ribbon cutting in the spring. We want to wait till the spring.
Thank you. Moving along, treasurer's report, Mel Blinky.
All right, thank you. And through you, Chair, we'll take a look at February's expenditures. Relatively quiet month. You'll find that the large spreadsheet is what we'll be referencing. So in admin and operations, we had a monthly total of 54,98.91. I do believe you also have the sheet that sort of breaks down the individual units. Executive director salaries in there are rent. Those are fixed costs that seldom have any variance on that. Office expenses 2644, and that can be detailed for you as well. We had the bank fees at $3.75, printing an AGM 164.36, bringing us to that total. Advertising and promotion 2801.27, and that was the branding, and that was the tent that went through, or the tent purchase that we had gotten, and generic advertising as well through the social media. Events and promotions, we had no expenses as yet. We'll be moving into a season where we'll start seeing some funds come out of that. So for the monthly total, we had $8,300 in expenditures. When you look at that month at a glance, again, that'll give us an idea of where we are year to date versus our annual budget. It shows us our remaining balance in that separate account and a percentage, just to give you kind of a comparison that way. Gift certificate program looks like no activity, and that we'll be weeding that out as Hello has taken over as the channel to promote that. Revenue recap, couple of purchases in there that'll show we had a customer $500 in the Hello certificate. And we had a reversal that came back into the account from an Amazon purchase. So those numbers just roll over onto your right side and showing the bank account. And then our petty cash is maybe through For transparency reasons, we break that out for you as well. We had basically purchases and votes and stamps for the AGM. So like I said, relatively quiet month, in good shape going forward. I've worked with Wanda the past couple of weeks. We've finalized the financials for the AGM and we'll be presenting them on that day. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Questions, comments? Thank you.
Chamber of Commerce report. Sorry, thank you. Can I get a motion to accept the treasurer's report? Lisa, Jason, thank you. And then Chamber of Commerce report, Wanda.
All right, so tickets are available for the AGM breakfast networking event on Tuesday, March 25th at the MyFM Center, beginning at 7:30. And the guest speaker is Rod Morgan. And his presentation will start at 8 o'clock, and the tickets are $30. And if you're a non-chamber member, they're $35. The Mayor's Economic Development Update Breakfast event is Tuesday, May 13th. So I've got some on the invitations on the table here, if you want to pick them up, and it's at the MyFM Center at 7:30. They will have representatives from the townships of Greater Madawaska, Admaston, Bromley, Horton, the town of Renfrew, and the county of Renfrew. The tickets for those are $30 and $35 for non-member. And then in the works is a lunch and learn on Thursday, April 24th, with the newest member Information X as a host. This is a free event and a light lunch will be provided.
Thank you. Now on to our town council report, Jason.
Through you, Chair, the only thing I have is that, we're starting to kind of deep dive into the parking bylaw for the town, which includes the main street, so I know, we had a meeting last week, so Councillor Andrew Dick, myself, and then some staff sit on that. We went through it line by line, we took a few hours last week, made some changes, but if the board or anybody has any suggestions or anything, just email me in the next week or two. And I'll make sure we look at them. We are looking at the town, part of the parking bylaw, we're looking at the actual town parking lots we have. How we handle them, like if there should be like a time limit. I know we talked about this before, but like a time limit on them or what should happen. So the one that's kind of behind O'Brien Apartments there's about six spots. That will probably be, we're looking at turning that into like, and we'll sign it and everything, places for customers that can park their own shop on the main street. So that'd be 100% designated to that. And then the other ones, we're kind of looking at maybe splitting them. So maybe thoughts here. So like, if you look at, so like maybe have like, staff parking maybe in the middle of it, where if you're working on the main street in a store that you could physically park there, but then have like 3-hour parking or something like around the outside of it, or split it half and half, you know what I mean? So any thoughts or comments on that, please now, or you can email them to me the next week or two before our next meeting would be greatly appreciated, and I'll make sure they're brought up. So okay, I think that's all I have. Is anything for you?
Just we're starting to work on the budgets, so over the next month or two, you should start to hear comments.
And that's it for the town.
Thank you. Economic and Development report.
I apologize to reach out. I missed the last meeting. I had another commitment, but Wanda did attend with Ben. I don't know if one of you have an overview since Ben's absent today.
I didn't attend.
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
No,
my
no, Ben.
apologies. I thought you went.
No, Ben was in your place.
So can we can divert that to next meeting?
Okay.
When Ben's here.
Thank you, Lisa. So event and promotion and committee working group updates. Attraction Awareness Board, well.
Yeah, we've met as a group and we've made some good decisions going forward. We'll be meeting again this Friday on, just to finalize a few things out like, projected costs for the ads, a bit of a procedure and policy on how we present it and how we create a sales tool to go out to the members and try and sell that. Hannah's going to get back to us with regards to placement for the signs in the town. We have a couple of spots that we really would like to see it. Bit of a conflict or with Mattaway because they're putting in an electronic board, so it may or may not. No, okay. Disregard. We will decide on, I guess, the placement of these things. And that's it.
Thank you, Mel. Downtown map is myself. So Wanda and I did meet with the graphic designer a week and a half ago. I know I was really impressed because she's done some work before. Actually, I did receive an email. She started a sketch just to give me an idea with her. But before we move any further with her, I do need a motion from you guys, a vote to accept that we are going to use her over a business that did come with us at a quote, but she is $5 more an hour in this business, but this business is not a graphic designer. As long as we all see fit that spending the $5 an hour more is appropriate for this project. So if I could get a motion for that. So thank you. Second by Jason, thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna move forward then with her, which I'll let her know. I'm really impressed with her drawings. I can pull it up and show you in a minute, kind of direction, her idea.
And through you, Chair, I'm just curious to know if we were able to get a bit of an estimate on the number of hours she feels that it might take to develop this.
So she's 7 to 8 hours and that'll be $55 an hour. So, and then Juan and I discussed that if we're gonna go out and get sponsors, which will cover the cost of it. So if we get 12 sponsors at about $100, that's gonna cover her cost and the printing of the maps.
And again, this falls within the chair's guide or barriers to approve. So
Perfect.
thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. Next would be Music in the Squares, which is Ben and I. Unfortunately, Ben's not here to give us an update. I know he was gonna go around to some of our bigger businesses downstairs, downtown, sorry, the banks and insurance companies and such. So we're looking for sponsorship for Music in the Square. Big thing right now though is that we do need to narrow down timing of the times that you guys all think would work best for the Friday nights, whether we do 4 to 7, 4 to 6, 5 to 7, 5 to 8. 2 to 3 hours, I think would be max. I personally feel that asking a musician anything longer than 3 hours is a lot, if it's a single musician. So, thoughts?
I guess through you, Chair, I think the purpose of this is to try to increase incremental sales to the businesses. So if starting at 4 to me wouldn't really make sense if we're trying to bring in traffic outside of regular business hour. I don't know, say start at maybe 6 or 6 to 8 or it's just my thoughts, but.
For you, Chair, I agree. I'd say either 5 or 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock for those who are open till 5 might give them incentive to continue to be open. Versus if you pick 6, people who close at 5 might just see it as an opportunity to continue to close at 5. So, if we're trying to entice businesses to continue to stay open on a Friday evening, we start at 5. That might be a little bit more motivation.
Sounds good. Also, if anyone has any musicians that they know of that'd be interested, I go through Alan Wright, but I'd also like to have the opportunity to, if there's anybody else or any members that are musicians. Also,
You still sing?
Only when you're my backup.
put you guys on the list.
Like do the opposite if you want.
Okay, thank you. New business. So, business vacancies.
So we have another business closing at the end of March. So we will now have, once the other 2 close, we will have 12 vacant buildings on the main street. That's actually up considerably. When I started in September 2022, we had 4. So I brought this to you because I saw something that Edit, oh, why is it not working here? Share my
Is it
screen.
up there on the left there? Yeah.
So I saw, this is something that another BIA had done. And they had listed all of this on their website. They could have shared that with economic development as well. And it's just a listing of all the buildings with some of the details to try to help promote. And then that way, when businesses are looking to come here, we've got a list. So I kind of thought that was maybe a good idea that would help.
So, sorry, and through you, Chair, Wanda, would that be sort of like a generic link that then we would put on the BIA and then on the town and then on the chamber?
Well, we could put it on, I think it'd be great. We put it on the BIAs, obviously, we'd have to approach the chamber about putting it on theirs and the same with the town. But I just think it's a great way to help promote
Absolutely.
vacancies for businesses coming, or if we're out looking to get a business, say, you know what, we could really use this, your business in Renfrew, here's a bit, here's our list of vacancies or something. I don't know, I thought it was a good idea, that's why I'm bringing it to you, because it's like we're gonna have 12 empty buildings at the end of, by the end of March.
Sure, the landlords will appreciate it.
And then another one was maybe we could partner with some of the realtors, because some of the realtors have these up for sale. And some of them have them up for lease. So maybe if we all start working together to try promoting some of these empty spaces. Yeah.
That's great.
Hello.
Sure.
Did you want to do
Yeah. Wanda and I had a virtual meeting with Pierre from Hello last week. They're rolling out a new program with Hello. They've partnered with basically debit and credit card service provider that's Canadian, based out of Quebec. And they're going to be going forward. They've already provided this in Quebec, but going forward with their clients in other provinces, now that they've done the test trial, they're going to be offering to the BIA and other businesses that have joined the Hello program, that there's reduced rates for particularly small business with regards to the fees associated to debit and credit. That they're saying to us at this point, they're finding that most companies are receiving anywhere from a 20 to 40% savings by going through this provider. Now, where they said it would be not as beneficial would be a locally owned franchise within our downtown core, because a lot of times through the franchise, they get better fees anyway. But for the little guys, they're finding they're saving anywhere from 20 to 40%. We will be getting more information from them that we can provide hard copy and everyone can take a look over. But at this point, the potential for savings looks good. And then what they do too is if our members sign up with this company, there's a little bit of a kickback bonus to the BIA of some of the savings that are made for us to use with the Hello program for promotion. So it would go into, then we can do some sort of a promotion with the Hello card for our patrons and our businesses. So details to follow kind of thing. There's but once we have the package, I think we can get it out to everyone. And if there's any questions, then we'd welcome anything that, you know, comes across the board, so we can present questions to Pierre, but also we could probably arrange a meeting between all of us so we could, you know, put all our minds together and find out what needs to be found out with regards to details, because again, this is very new to them, so there's a lot to be hammered out, so.
Thank you, Lisa. New business also are grants.
So we applied for a grant through Renfrew County Community Futures Development Corporation. And we applied for it because of how their dates fall. So we applied for the Light Up the Square event, and so we were approved for up to $3,000 for that grant. So all I have to do is just get the receipts to them. But we have been approved, so we'll have that money to put towards the next event.
That's fabulous. Thank you, Wanda, for doing that. And our co-op student.
So our co-op student has started, Keelan Keo. He is brilliant for his age, like he's whipping out spreadsheets and stuff like crazy. We're sharing him between the chamber and Glenn from the museum, so we have him until June, but yeah, he's doing a fabulous job.
Thank you. That's it. And if there any new business anyone else would like to? Why is he here today? No,
Oh my God.
really?
Yeah.
All right. I got a
That's just
motion.
version.
Our next meeting will be Monday, April 14th.
And you don't need a motion.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's this meeting over.
My meeting's over.
14th. Okay.